Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka Office of Inspector of Boilers and Factories, Hagajin Trilang Ringkat, Katnat Labour, Employment and Skill Development Government of Meghalaya, kalau penong ya ka awareness program halor ka jingsngan bat ka kot ka kya kinong tre. Hagani ka jialang lawan ban longkong san de uba Methodius dekhar Menteri, Hagajin lang u Samir Pandey RLI Shillong, ka kong MWAR Nombri IAS Commissioner and Secretary, UFR Karkhana Principal Secretary, bat ka kong I Maulong IAS Chief Inspector Boilers and Factories kitrai jong ki Karkhana bat ki dong tre jong ki company bat ki Karkhana ba peroper haga Jylla. Uba Methodius ba ajingkran ulapun pau ka jing snokmen habede ka jingwan ki company ba peroper ban sedang ki kam ki jong ki haga Jylla dak ba kenturu bakin ai ka jing tre lang bat ka sarkar. Ulapun ken mauru ba ki Karkhana haba ki wan Seng kam hapo ka Jylla kinlong ki ba Burom ya ka Mariang kenang bakanum don kenu-kenu ke banwan ra jing hakipor bat ki pateng banwan.
State or a nation will progress with 2 or 3 sectors that will be prevailing in the nation. One is the government sector, like we are talking about the government sector, this investment here, the office here, I think this is from the investment from the government sector. The establishment, the health, the schools, and all this setup are the government sector that they are investing in the society and try to bring the state or the nation forward. And then the second sector that we have, we call the PP mode. I mean, like that will be the cooperation between the government sector and the private sector, where the government and the private sector make a joint investment and how we take the things forward. But among all, the most important is the private sector, the entrepreneur like you, the people like you who will come and establish some setup in the nation, will come and set up something in the state, will come and set up something in the society. And with the setup that you are making, with the establishment that you are making, you are contributing to the state's revenue, you are contributing to the state's growth, and more importantly, you are generating employment to thousands and lakhs of people, and people of the states and people of the nation. So this is where I feel that the role that we play by you is very, very important. That's why we call this meeting. We call this meeting, it's not about maybe finding faults like what I said, it's about how we come together. The state government and the private entrepreneur, the private establishment, and then the PP mode, how we come together, how we can work together so that we can do something better to the states and to the nation as a whole. That is the whole purpose that why we are here today. So we should remember your goal. We are very proud and we are very thankful. Some of you are not from here. Some of you are from here only, from our own states. But some of you might have come from Kolkata, from Delhi. Your main investor might be from Delhi, from Kolkata, from Mumbai, and from different places. But you have chosen Meghalaya as one of the places to invest. For that, we are very, very grateful and we are very thankful to you. And we would like to cooperate, we would like to see your cooperation, and we would like again to see your business grow. And whatever we can support from our department and whatever we can support from our government, we are ready and then we want to see your business flourish and your business thrive forward. That's why the government had come up with the with the policy of ease of doing business. We have formulated some rules and regulations so that you don't need to go to many hurdles or to many office procedure to fulfill some of the requirement, and it make you more comfortable in doing business in Meghalaya. But my dear friend, having said that, and we are very grateful, we are very thankful, and we want you to grow, and we want the society to thrive, and we want the private investor more private investor to come to our state. But having said that, I would also like to tell you, I would also like to highlight that the state, and then the department, our labor department, and then the society also expects something from you. And what do we expect? And what do we want? The state government, they expect from you that you fulfill some of the complaints. Some of the complaints. The society also expect from you that we fulfill some of the complaints. And the state government and the society, and we also, as the department, as the labor department, who are more or less responsible towards your establishment, expect from you your cooperation and that you comply some of the complaints. Here, when we are talking right now, there are lots of compliance issues that we are facing, and from time to time, we are talking and we are speaking about the compliance and about the protection that we need as an individual, and as a government, and then as a business sector. There are compliance and protection that we need. And first of all, we are most of the time when we organize, most of the meetings that we organize is about the protection of the environment. We do business as well as we protect the environment. This is where we have been discussing from time to time. We organize many type of meeting like this where we highlight about the importance to protect our environment. When we protect environment, that means we protect our water source, we protect our river, we protect our plants, we protect the trees, we protect the air pollution, and etc., etc. So these are the protection and these are the compliance that we will also expect from you. When you do the business, when you establish, we know when you establish that big factory, when you make that big setup, you will have to fell down some trees, you'll have to cut the land, cut the hills. Sometimes even you have to disrupt even the water flow also. But in doing that, I think we need to bring some sense that we have to protect the environment. We cannot live without this environment. If we cannot live without we cannot live without protecting the environment. So our urgency, our requirement, and our focus from the government side that we would like to see that the investor, even from the government side, from the PP mode, and then the private sector also to some extent should try to protect the environment. So especially to you, I would like to request and I would like to put forward that whenever you are doing this hill cutting or any other development sites, you kindly protect the catchment area or the water source. We've been warned by many environmentalists that in near future, maybe 10, 15 years down the line, if we are not protecting the water source, it will be difficult for us to live. So let's put in mind that we protect our environment and we protect our nature. Labor department. See, when we work together, when you cooperate with us, we will also be able to defend you to some extent because we are answerable to the public. We are answerable also to some agency. So when we work together, then we will be able to defend and we will be able to stand for your establishment. But if you are not cooperating, when you run away from us, this is where we will be trapped. There are some setup which were closed down by the court. There are some setup which have been closed down by some of the department. Why we have been closed down? Because the department could not help or could not answer the query that have been raised by different agencies. So in order to avoid this type of incident, this type of incident, we need to work together. We need to understand, and you should look. I mean, you should see that the labor department or the department are there to work for you, are there to support you, are there to help you, are there also to guide you whenever it's required. And we don't want to come to a stage where anybody come and say because of the labor compliance or because of the labor wages or maybe because of the safety and all the other rules that somebody will put a fine or will put a penalty or somebody will close down your establishment. So this is one that we want you to run smoothly. So we need your cooperation, we need your collaboration, and we need you also to come forward if there is any issues or if there is any problem.
Occupational health and safety, and also we all experts, we imbibe that expertise because this is it is not only a short-term investment, but it is a long-term investment for productivity as well as for dignity. Having said that, I think every accident prevented is a life saved. Every life saved is a family protected, and every family protected is a community. So it's a shared responsibility. So today let us commit ourselves to ensure that we contribute towards building safer, healthier, and more humane workplaces. Because at the end of the day, I would like to reiterate that if we save a life, we protect a family. If we protect a family, we strengthen the entire community. So it has got both micro as well as a macro, kind of an effect. And I once again would like to thank the CIBF and the RLI for having come together to organize this program. I'm sure that we will meet more often, and we will also devise programs that we can do in the short term, that we can think of in the medium term, and that we can envision for the long term. Thank you very much.